What's up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool video back in Planet Coaster with our Pirate Park, and we are getting to the close to the end of this park, and I'm very excited. I cannot begin to tell you how excited I am about getting completed with this park. So I will go ahead and say that episode 27 will be the last episode of this park. This is episode 26, so you can do the math there, that this episode and the next episode are the last episodes in this series until I do the cinematic video, which I'm currently doing some tests, and I'm actually very excited of how those are going to turn out. But the cinematic video, I'm going to do a little bit editing to make it as best as I can, because the game is kind of dropping some frames because the park is so well developed at this point. So I'm going to be doing some editing, a little movie magic to try and make it look better and react better. So you're going to probably see a few drop frames in the cinematic video itself, but overall it will hopefully turn out the way I'm hoping, as I got a little surprise to make it look cool. And I hope you guys will enjoy it, because it's going to take hours upon hours to actually render that video. I'm not joking there. It's going to take hours to render the video, if not like a full day to render. So that video hopefully won't be too much longer after this park is complete. So I do kind of ask for you guys' patience on getting this park released, or the cinematic video released when the time comes. I'm most likely going to post episode 27 tomorrow, right after this video is posted, and you guys can let me know what you think of the park in general in the end, while I do a couple of last things for the cinematic video. And I might even add a couple details off screen. You're not going to miss anything major, just those little minor details that need to be added before the cinematic version's out. So I might do a couple bits and pieces of work, but overall these next two episodes are literally detailing episodes, and that's all it is. This episode covers most of the trees and some empty spots and perimeter fences, while the next episode is going to cover mostly final detail, as in path elements like benches and street elements, or path elements, just in general, as in like lamps and stuff. Didn't get me as many as I wanted to, because I've already recorded the final episode. This park is already completed as I speak. So I do hope you guys have enjoyed this series so much. I still have another episode, so I probably shouldn't be talking too much like this. I should probably save it mostly for the last episode. But you guys have been awesome, and if you haven't noticed already, there are going to be quite a few quite a few cuts in this episode of just some boring parts that actually didn't make the cut because it's just boring tree placing and fence placing. So nothing too special about these last two episodes. What you're seeing here is pretty much almost literally close enough to the final product, and because all there is left is, like I said, path elements, a couple of fences that need to be made, and stuff like that. And I want you guys to remember that this is not going to be the end of this park. It's going to continue throughout the years. When I add stuff, when more pieces of the game come out, I'll add different types of rides, just like a real park, I'll try and come up with something new for each season of park. And, in the future, that could mean taking out some rides, after they live their useful lives, and stuff like that. So this is not, like, real. I mean, just, like, say that the hypercoaster isn't getting very much popular in the park, and I decide to take the hypercoaster out. That clears a lot of land for more opportunity down the road, and I could come out with, like, new rides and stuff, or new areas later down the road. It's just kind of like a realistic type of standpoint, and I'm going to do this with all my parks. So this is just the very first park that I'm going to be doing it with, and I'm very happy that I've finally actually completed a Planet Coaster park. And it's from the help of you guys and me just keep going. And I don't finish my parks very often, I know that, but I'm doing my best to change that to where my parks are going to be 100% completed. If I start the series, they have to be finished. That is a new goal of mine, is to finish strong with each park. And that means the parks are going to be finished, regardless of how they look and stuff. So this is the first one. So JLW Entertainment is officially open after the cinematic video releases. So I can't wait to get the cinematic video to you guys, and I think it's going to be really awesome. I'm thinking about doing like I want to make it as realistic as possible. It's going to be cool. So there's not too much to talk about of what's going on in the video right now, except some detailing, covering up this entrance here to make it look a little bit nicer, and just some perimeter fences and little doodads like that to complete the park itself. Now, the last episode is I also actually start adding some spotlights on some rides. I do need to get a little bit more experience in that because they didn't turn out the way I hoped, but they still kind of turned out alright. But I was thinking about adding some buildings on the sides here, but I decided to just go ahead and place the fences all the way down on the sides. So it's more of a scenic view for Stormflyer, the blue coaster over there. But anyways, let me guys know what you think overall of this park. Rate it as much as you can. I want to know what you guys think. And I'm currently trying to plan the next park that I do, but it might not be immediate, as in I probably won't start doing that series like immediately. I'll probably continue with the recreation series at the moment, and possibly just some single rides. So like a single roller coaster or something that has a lot of theming around it and stuff that takes a couple episodes to do. So basically just working on my coaster skills and stuff like that. You guys have been very great on comments, and I really appreciate them, what you guys say and stuff like that. I really do. I try to respond to all the comments as much as possible. Because I'm not to the point yet in YouTube where, I get so many comments I can't keep up with them, because I can keep up with them. I only get like, no more than 5 to 10 comments a day, so it's easy to keep up with, no problem. I just check them daily and see what you guys are saying, and stuff like that. And you guys have been very nice too. If you had some actual negative feedback, it was very nice negative feedback. And I appreciate that a lot. I really do. When you give me feedback, but it's positive, in a positive way. If it's just like, this park sucks, or that part sucks, you need to add this, or your park sucks, that's just not how it works. And it's literally not how it works. You got to... you got to be a little bit considerate. I personally am very proud of this park. I think it turned out really good, and where there's some things that I wish I would have done a little differently, maybe, I don't know. But overall, I do love the look of it, and I think I did just enough amount of terrain editing, and 5 coasters is pushing the limit here with a park this size at the moment. So I wanted to, it was originally only going to be 4, but everyone demanded a 5th coaster, so I gave it to you guys, and I thought it fit very well in the park itself, with that inverted, smaller inverted coaster. But it's been really good, and I just can't believe the next episode's the last episode of the series, because I've been uploading this, or I've been working on this park for about a month, I would say. Is about the time it took me to build this. So, a month is a long time in a way, but at the same time, for a park this big, I thought it was that's pretty good, and I'm going to be updating the park throughout the years and stuff like that. So, it's, it's a kind of a thing that I want to keep my parks closest to my heart. They're going to be like, it's like my children. It's like these parks are like my children or something. You just don't let go of them. You have to keep hold of them forever, and you always have to be in love with them, and that's really it. A lot of people say that I do really good detailing, and I'm like, well, I've seen so many better YouTubers or so many better parks out there that are much better than mine, that, you know, they just do so much more detail than I do. I literally just use the game stuff, what each thing is made for. You know, I did do a little bit of experimenting, but not a whole lot, and I hope to do that through down the road on some of my single rides and stuff like that. So I do want to hear from you. What single rides should I do? Like, should I do a wing coaster? Should I do a dive coaster? Should I do other stuff like that? I am currently doing the recreation series as well. So far, Valraven and so far I'm working on Valraven. That's the dive coaster at Cedar Point, and eventually I'll be doing some more of those down the road. And those are pretty nice because they're very short series that don't take too many videos, and it's something I can do to help improve probably my coaster making, because I'll experiment with rides out there that are out there in real life and put them into the game, you know, and that's and I think that will really help me with the realism of some of my rides and stuff, because they'll probably resemble other rides, like, and I think that's kind of cool. And so most of this episode was really a lot of tree filling, because I had to fill in all the space with trees. That is how I do my parks. All the other space around, I do like to put trees. Now, one thing I'd hope sometime down the future is that we get kind of different backgrounds and outside the park and stuff like that. Like, I wish there was kind of like a city type one, where, you know, your park looks like it's in the middle of a city rather than in the middle of nowhere. That is one thing I feel like these games have always lacked, is realism with the outside part of the park. Is that your park always looks like it's in the middle of nowhere, and I mean like the middle of nowhere. Like, that's the one gripe I've always had about these roller coaster games, is it always feels like you're in the middle of nowhere. And I would love to see like some parking lot system eventually in these games as well. I think that'd be kind of a neat feature as well, to that, and parking lots that like actually fill up and stuff. And I'm sure we'll be able to customize our own entrances in the end as well. So I'm very excited for when simulation parts of the game come out. So, you know, like a campaign mode like Roblox Tekken World, or some scenarios where you have to have objectives, which I'm sure those are all coming. But they do want to get kind of like the game mechanics down first, which is nice, because we have all... Sandbox is always fun too, because you can literally do whatever you want, and that's one thing I love about Sandbox. But then we get to this part, and it's just like, oh, so many trees and trees and trees and trees. I was getting bored doing it, but it had to be done to complete the environment of the area of the park. I do kind of wish when you add trees that it would add them on the outside of the barrier as well. I think that'd be kind of a cool thing to have as well, and that it actually adds it outside the barrier. Kind of like what you can do in Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, where you can actually clone trees on the outside of the park. That way it kind of matches your environment a lot better. And as you can see, the mountains in the background are very gorgeous. I do love the background, but again, we're in the middle of nowhere, and sometimes I kind of wish I could put my park actually in a city or something like that. I think that'd be kind of cool. That's just kind of a, you know, minor suggestion, or a minor request from me anyways. I think it'd be kind of a neat little thing. But anyways, you know, because the pathway is connected to an underground tunnel where the guests come from, and stuff like that for this scenario. I'll probably try a different scenario on the next park or something, a different sandbox possibly, or the forest sandbox maybe, and we'll see how that one goes. And I kind of want to do, definitely going to do a different theme in the end, but I need some suggestions as well of name for the park, and I don't want to do something simple and cheesy like Pirate City. Like, I want something unique and cool, so I'm trying to really think about a name for the park, and 2 of the coasters I still need names for as well. 3 of the 5 coasters already have names picked out that I have. So, including, the dive coaster, everyone knows that one's going to be the Raven. The other ones I've kind of kept secret until the POV, or the cinematic videos, so that will be that. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this series so far, and the next episode will be the last episode of this park, and it's going to be a very good moment. So, anyways, let me know what you think about this park in general, and you got any feedback, please let me know. But I'm very excited for this park, and I cannot wait until this cinematic video, and I hope it turns out the best it can. So thanks so much for watching, have a great day, and an even cooler tomorrow, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks, and goodbye.